We asked the agents, what do you look for in a model or actor?
Somebody who really wants to do it, especially with children. A lot of times I'll meet children and it's more the parents who are pushing and want them to be a model or actor. We look for that deep desire in their eyes, somebody who really just wants to do this.
In a model or actor, I'm looking for someone who, at least for what we do, which is commercial print and commercials, someone who's fresh-faced, excited to be there, smiley, happy, they can sell a product really well. So that's kind of more of what we're looking for.
In models, I look for personality. I mean, they're all beautiful, the girls that we're being presented with. So to step out from the crowd, you really have to have a good personality and showcase yourself in a way that's not just your physical attributes.
You know, we look for a lot of things, but mostly we look for heart, and we look for people who are true about the business, and we look for people who are really excited and passionate about it, because this can be a really tough road, and we want people who are really serious and really have a dream that they want to actually, you know, pursue, and things and goals, because we love to help people kind of realize those things. This is a business where it's long-term, it's not an overnight, it's a journey, and those who are ready to take it, that's what we really look for, those people who have like heart, and it's like you can see it in their eyes that they're ready to go and they're ready to do this, and they're not going to take no for an answer. So we really look for that. We look for passion, really, and people who really want to do this, not just for, I don't know, the limelight, but for the love of the arts.
It's singers mostly I look for, and I like confidence. I like somebody who comes out on the stage and just feels like they're so at home there. I always like to say that if you walk into the room and you're confident about yourself, that the people you're auditioning for are not going to want to let you leave, because they'll be afraid if they let you leave, someone else will sign you. So confidence, I think, is a key factor in success.
What does it take to be successful as a model or actor? We asked the agents to give their best tip or piece of advice.
I would hope models who aren't tall enough, or who don't think they're tall enough to be models, would reconsider that and realize that a lot of our top commercial models are not tall, and that's okay. And as long as you have the right look and the right acting and personality is equally as important as having a beautiful book and being in beautiful shape and fitting into that typical high fashion model profile. If you don't fit that, that's okay. There's a lot of types of models out there. There's a lot of work. Clients are looking for all types of people. And what I'm very happy to scout for are healthy, happy people who have great personality, and that's what clients like to book.
It's kind of generic, but it's very true, is you gotta want this 100%. And I would say in any field that you go into, if you don't want to be the best at it, odds are you're not going to be that successful. So the people that are really meant to do this, they feel it deep in their soul, and they know that this is what they want to do. It doesn't mean they have to be the most talented. In fact, most of the people I know that have become very successful in the industry, or that are on their way, their work ethic is what gets them there more than their talent. Obviously, talent is very important, and that should be there and developed and cultivated. But the work ethic, and also really believing in yourself, because you're going to get a lot of naysayers. Most people are going to tell you you're crazy. It's not a logical business. It's not a rational industry. You don't get into this industry because it makes sense. You do it because you love it, and you feel a calling to get out there, whether it's performing on stage or behind the camera. And so having unwavering belief in yourself is going to be probably the number one most important thing if you're going to be successful. Definitely don't go into this thinking you're just going to be rich and famous. Obviously, that's a nice perk if it happens, but be patient. As far as singers go, which is my field, it takes several years to get from the point of, hey, I want to be a singer, I want to be in this business, to being successful and touring and making a living at it. Very rarely does it happen within a year or two. It can, but just be patient and pursue your craft. And when you feel like nothing's going on, make sure you're studying your craft. Make sure you're practicing, whether that's vocal lessons or performing, or if you're a songwriter, writing songs, networking, meeting with people, coming to events like this. So I would definitely say patience, and that's one of the most important things.
My best advice, and it's the advice I give all the time to actors who come and audition for me, to clients who coach with me, everyone, be yourself. And it's a lot more challenging than it seems, because you feel that, you're in this room and there's a lot of pressure and you feel, I've got to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect, you just need to be you.
The best tip I always give any model or actor is, if you really want to do this, don't give up. It does not happen overnight. Some people do. You'll hear this story about how they went to their first audition and they'll book it. That may happen, but you might go to 25 auditions before you book one small job. And your craft, you always have to be practicing your craft. Even Brad Pitt still takes acting classes.
The best piece of advice I can give, there's a few actually. So the first thing I would say is that perseverance wins out in the long run. Presuming that you have the talent, presuming that you have the basic ability, because acting requires a certain amount of ability, perseverance is really one of the most underrated qualities of successful people. Every successful actor that you know of has had periods, if not before they became successful, possibly even after they became successful, where things weren't going their way. And the ability to not self-destruct, the ability to push through those moments, is, in my opinion, is one of the things that you have to master in a creative industry. So my biggest piece of advice is keep going and don't give up.
I really think personality is key, and that's really the best piece of advice I can give to a new model. We see a lot of beautiful people through the course of our year scouting. We're really looking for those now that we can connect with, that have something to say, that have a message, and that really are able to walk on set, light up the room, and just have a great time with our clients. I think if this is something that you're passionate about, I would say to our viewers at home, follow your dreams, be patient with the process. Timing in this business is everything, and no doesn't mean never. Sometimes it just means not right now.
My best piece of advice would be yourself, be true to yourself, never give up. This is not a business for the faint of heart. You're going to hear many no's before you hear a yes. And so keep on going, keep at it. Like I said, it's not easy, but nothing in life is easy. So just go after your dream.
The best advice I could give is to believe in yourself and to have confidence. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will.
Just make sure you love what you're doing. If it's your passion, I say do that. If it's your passion is singing, or if you're in the industry and you're not doing something that isn't your passion, I don't think you're not gonna last long. So I say just make sure you know what your passion is. If you're a singer, I hope that you're passionate about it. If you're a dancer, I hope that you're passionate about it. Make sure it's something that you would do regardless if you didn't get paid a dime for it. That's what my suggestion. I just hope that you really, really, really love it, regardless.
I always tell the girls and the guys to be patient. It takes a very, very big team, a lot of effort to succeed, so the girls and guys have to be patient.
For those of you that are just starting and you have doubts and you have fears, the only person in this world that can stop you is yourself. And take those fears, take those doubts, throw them away, be okay with rejection, be okay with falling. You're gonna scrape a knee, guess what? You put some Neosporin on and you're fine in 2 months, Be prepared and have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. Work hard, but let the journey be fun.
If you are trying to be a successful model, the best thing that you can do is be kind to the people that you are around. I think it goes a long way just to be nice and smiley to everybody that you meet. Clients, just like agents, want to see your personality and they want to just enjoy being around you. That's how you get rebooked in this industry.
My best piece of advice for an actor is basically train. The more training you have, the better it is. I always tell an actor, consider acting a sport. if you were a football player, would you only play the games or would you go to practice? So the more practice you get in as an actor, the better chance you have of getting the job.
Over 50 of the world's top modeling and talent agents attend CMTC every year. We ask the agents, why do you scout at CMTC?
CMTC is very great because CMTC knows, Audra knows, what she have to do, what we looking for. So we always find good girls here.
I do it because I'm always looking for new faces. I think, commercials are a volume business, and, there's a lot of great actors in Toronto. So for me to come across somebody that I may not have seen that is really talented, to me, that's an asset. That's something that I've discovered that maybe other casting directors don't know about. So I find this is a great vehicle for me to meet new people, young adults and kids, and hopefully see them in my studio.
The CMTC is my favorite place to come because there's people that are 4, there's people that are, seniors. It's unbelievable the amount of talent we can see. All different colors, all different shapes, all different talent. It's unbelievable. So the amount of hidden gems we find that I've never seen before are incredible. We cast commercials, and we've cast people from the CMTC in commercials who book jobs, and it's an unbelievable resource for us.
It's great and refreshing to find talent, far away that otherwise wouldn't have a chance in Los Angeles. So last year I signed two talent from here, and granted, they don't live in Los Angeles, but with technology these days, you could audition yourself on tape here in the Toronto area and email it to us, and we get it to the casting director. So you don't necessarily have to live here or live in Los Angeles. So a lot of times they want Canadian talent to be in our American TV shows because it shoots up here. And having talent up here already, it makes it easier for us to try to book those kind of jobs.
CMTC, it's here's the thing. I think because I go to other events as well, and this one is incredibly professional. It's serious. It's real. It's focused on the talent that is coming here, and I like it because it's genuine. Because I know the talent that's coming here is trying. They're working really hard. I'm not just seeing people that are just in it for the moment. And everyone here is just very professional from the time I get my first invitation, 6-8 months early, to the time I actually arrive, to the time I say goodbye. Everyone who works here and works with this organization is professional and honest and true, and they treat you with the utmost respect, and I love that. And I've just grown to love everybody that works here, and I love coming here. It's just an amazing opportunity for us as well.
So I attend CMTC because it has always been a really great place for us to find emerging talent for the business. The talent we find here are always well educated, prepared, and very eager for the opportunity.
For me as a scout, we travel a lot, and for us it's always easy to have all these talents at the one place. Canada is a big place, but it's a great place to scout. So for me, instead of going all the small cities around Toronto, go to Montreal, go to Quebec City, always is great to come in one spot. That I'm very thankful for Audra inviting me every year. She's doing a great job, also her team. And she contact and collect all the young talents and models to come over here. We have them at the same place. They've been well trained before they approach us. So actually it's a well organized. We already see people who are already trained and who can start their modeling career.
I have been coming to CMTC for all 25 years. I have been coming because I think it is essential, especially in the Canadian market, to have an outlet like CMTC to be able to come here, because everybody comes from all across Canada. So what it does for me as an agent, for somebody like me who's looking for models, it is the best place to come and see everybody in one shot. And so that's why there are so many agents here, because we're getting the best of the talent from across Canada all in one weekend. So this is one not to miss.
Canada does have a lot of productions here, so it's always good to have Canadian people on your roster. So hopefully I can find the next big Canadian star here.
I travel the world looking for talent, and obviously why would I overlook the place where some of our leading artists are from right now?
Canada is one of the best markets in the world. You have so much amazing talent, so many beautiful girls that come out of here. And I think CMTC, just as it's good for the girls to kind of meet so many of us industry professionals from around the world, this is a great way for us to see some of the most beautiful talent that Canada has to offer. So it's definitely an event that I never miss.
Why is it beneficial for new models and actors to attend CMTC?
Well, I think it's really rare that you get so many established agents from around the world in one place. I know working in New York, it's really hard to get a meeting for a lot of models that kind of call up to the agency and want to do walk-ins. And I mean, you have every top agency from every major market here. And I mean, this is the only way, really, that you'll be able to get FaceTime with so many professionals from around the world in such a small amount of time.
Well, you get to meet a lot of agents from everywhere, and at one point you don't have to, if you need to travel all around, that's gonna be a lot of time and money consuming. But you can meet all different agents from different cities. You get to meet them in person, you get to hear from them about the modeling in their particular markets, which is a great benefit.
CMTC for a new model is a great opportunity for them to be exposed to a variety of agents, managers, casting directors from all over the world. I'm not sure in what instance talent could see this many of the top players in the business in one sitting. It's also an educational process for the talent. The seminars, the lectures, the panel discussions are super beneficial in a model's development and journey and really educating themselves about the reality of the business. And it's a pleasure to be a part of that.
They got a chance to see the people around the world. For example, like I'm from Taipei, Taiwan, and we can give different aspect of view of being modeling in Asia, for example. We can give you a lot of suggestion. And after all, because in our career we've seen like thousands of models, and yeah, it's a great opportunity to have chance to learn and encounter different people from different culture and get some different advices. It's all benefit for the career.
These types of opportunities don't come along all the time, and I actually think they're once-in-a-lifetime opportunities for people that are interested in breaking into this business to first and foremost be exposed to industry professionals that can help them get their career started and get their career moving, as well as it's an extremely educational process where they can get a lot of information about what the business is like, what to expect, and what they can do to, again, take whatever advice they can get from an event like this to be successful in this business. I think the most important thing is just to have fun and realize that this is an amazing opportunity. It's not often that people get the chance to be in front of so many wonderful industry professionals that have so much knowledge that they can bestow upon people looking to break into the business. And aside from having fun, to pay attention and to listen to the advice that people give them and to continue pursuing their dream.
Events like the CMTC are great for actors to come to. It's a great way to meet a lot of other industry people, casting directors like Stephen Mann, people like myself who represent Breakdown Express. It's the best way to get a lot of the information you need to be in the industry. This is an industry that the information is not widely accessible, so events like the CMTC are a great way to get a lot of the insider scoops on what you need to do as an actor to be seen and to get into the room, which is the first step.
It's important for new actors and new models to attend CMTC because it's an opportunity to get in front of agents, managers, casting directors, reps from all over the world, and to be able to do all that in one place. I'm excited about that. I am not going to go all over Canada to scout. Unless production pays for it. But it's a great opportunity for me as well to meet everyone under one roof.
The advantages of things like CMTC is primarily its access is one of them. The training you get here, in my opinion, is really top notch. But the people who are here are legitimate, and we are looking to discover new faces. The reality is that unless you are able to go to Los Angeles, do the research to actually get meetings with legitimate entities in the larger entertainment industry, places like CMTC, and in particular CMTC, allows you to have access with legitimate, qualified people in the entertainment industry, particularly at the talent management and agency level. So I think that it allows you to come to one place for, in a weird way, kind of one-stop shopping, but it does allow you to have exposure. If you have the goods and you have something that somebody's looking for, then it could be magic.
Good God, Canada, you're taking all our work, okay? You want to go ahead and stop that? So, the Canadian market's just booming. The work, I just closed a deal for someone shooting in Winnipeg for the new Keanu Reeves film. And it's just such a massive market. And even if we're in Los Angeles, we can still submit, and we have joint relationships with Canadian agencies. So there's a real chance of getting scouted. There's a real chance of getting seen in a viable market. So if you're going to come anywhere, come to a major hub, get scouted at a hub.
You get such a crash course in everything you need to know so quickly, and you get to be in front of some of the best agents in the world. So you're kind of doing things that people would take a long time to do in like a really short amount of time. And you're learning really quickly all this information, and you're ready to take on the entertainment industry.
I think the CMTC is wonderful. This is my 4th year. One thing I like about it is that it's an opportunity for parents to ask questions and have direct access to agents and casting directors and people in the industry, because there's a lot of myths and questions that are not being answered, because how often do we get to be in the same room in a sort of relaxed, fun environment. So that's really great. I also like the CMTC because it gives us an opportunity to actually find new talent. In the past, we have come across a lot of kids that are really talented and just great personalities that subsequently we have used in commercials and have booked jobs with us. Because it's a volume business and there's so many kids doing it, in my line of work, a lot of times people are just a thumbnail, they're just a picture, until we get the opportunity to see these kids perform.
The CMTC is unbelievable. The casting directors they bring in, the scouts from around the world, where can you go where you get to meet all these people in one place? And the more you perform in front of people, the more you're in front of a camera, the more you walk the runway, the more you show your photos, the more you talk to different people, the more experienced you are. So it's an invaluable asset to be here, to meet all these people and just take in what you know.
There's so many reasons why aspiring artists or talent should come to CMTC. Just because you wouldn't never have access to the VIPs and the agents that are here for the weekend. To try to reach out to them individually would be pretty impossible. I know that I could probably get hundreds of emails throughout the week from unsolicited artists, and I don't have the time to look through it or listen to anything. So to come to an event like this where you have 85 or 50 judges that are from all over the world, modeling, casting, music. It's very important and very impressive.
You have access to people that you would never ever have access to otherwise. We have agents from all over the world, casting directors from all over, and these are the people who are at the top of their game. They're the best in the business. And I think it's really important, if you are starting out, to have a clear vision of what this business is all about. And here at CMTC, you get the real deal, you get the goods, because you have the opportunity to go to the workshops, which I always recommend, to speak to people, to have question and answer periods, and really go to the professionals, the key people within the business, and ask them, so what is it like? What should I do? And get a sense of how the business actually works.